Hey guys, in this video, get a lot of questions about Facebook ads and what I should do and how do I simplify Facebook ads. So I'm going to do the best job I can to oversimplify Facebook ads. And what are some things that you should be really thinking about how to optimize your campaign as a whole, all right? So it's a 3-step quick video here, and I want to talk about this because I go through this every single day with client campaigns and also giving strategy to customers on how to think about Facebook ads and how to improve it, okay? So the first thing that I want you to think about in order to increase your conversion, increase your ROI from Facebook ads is essentially thinking about who are you advertising to. And you might have heard audience, everybody talks about it. I want to break it down for you and just really help you understand it so that you can use this as needed throughout your campaign. So the first thing I want you to think about is, are you using just the generic targeting, which is not bad by any means, that Facebook gives you, or are you really creating custom audience using your data to show the ads to, right? So who you show the ad has everything to do with whether or not they're going to convert, right? So otherwise they're just going to ignore the ad and move on with your life, right? You're scrolling down through your news feed, you see something that catches your eye, your attention, you're going to click on it, because if I see one and it's speaking to business owners, which I get a lot of ads of, I'm going to pay attention. Here's what you should do for hiring. Here's what you should do for accounts receivable, payable, whatever it might be. They're creating custom audiences with me being a business owner. It's really relevant to me. I'm going to click on it. Now, if you show me an ad of cooking, right, and some kind of a new equipment, I'm probably not going to pay attention. Maybe they just use generic demographic information about location or whatever else, and they're just showing it based on age and gender. And if they think I'm relevant, right, but I'm not going to be able to engage with that ad, they're wasting their impression. So really think about who your audience is, whether or not you're actually uploading a list of past customers or leads that you're working with, or from your email marketing software, taking that information, give it to Facebook and letting Facebook kind of identify those individuals and showing the ads to. And especially if you're uploading a big list, make sure you segment the list so that you're not taking tens and thousands of people's information and thinking that that's your generic prospect list. No, it needs to be more specific. Maybe it's 1,000, maybe it's whatever it is that you have that's kind of broken down to a specific smaller audience, and then showing them a specific ad that is related, right? So I'm just going to use that cooking example again. If that's the goal, you want to find maybe it's female audience and certain demographic, whatever it is that you have, that's your option A of audience. Option B is past customers. If you were selling this product or service before, past customers, and then try to target those people or people that have not become a customer and targeting them with an offer to become a customer. So think about the audience, how you can use Facebook custom audiences. It's going to give you way more engagement, again, depending on the list. And you can also use Facebook to find lookalike audience, so that is people like that, that Facebook has a lot of information about all of us, so they can use that information to further give you a bigger, broader audience of people just like the ones that we are uploading. So audience probably plays the biggest part, in my opinion, because if you're wasting your impression showing it to everyone and anyone in the world, you're probably not going to get the conversions. All the other metrics that we talk about beyond this is going to look worse and worse as you have much broader audience, okay? So with that said, let's go to the second part. The second part is the creative. The best part about Facebook, in my opinion, is the types of ad that they let you run. They let you run so many different kinds of ads. They let you run carousel ads, just video ads, image ads, you name it, there's an ad for it, right? Lead ads. So all of these options are there, and you're trying to run the best Facebook campaign. How can you run Facebook campaign without running a test of different types of ads that you want to be looking at? So this, what I consider, is sort of the second sort of that juncture in getting the best results possible. And when it comes to creative, I like to really, this is what I usually say on the phone or meetings and conferences. I say, hey, look, you got to get creative with your creative, all right? And what I mean by that is, it's the only thing that's going to capture their attention is what they see. See, the user that sees the ad, they don't know how they've done the targeting, whether it was custom audiences or lookalike. They have no idea that they've been targeted. all they see is this thing in front of them, right? They see a particular ad. So you want to speak to whoever that person is by putting the right picture, perhaps, maybe it's the right video, the right headline, whatever it might be. You want to make sure that you pay very close attention to the text, the picture, the headline, the call to action even, just so you know that this is the right thing that you want to say to them. And if you speak to them in their language, they're likely to convert, they're likely to take action, all right? So because Facebook gives you so many different types of ads, you have to pay very close attention to figuring out what type of ads work for my audience, where do I see the best engagement, right? Which ones get the most likes and comments and so on, so people really engage with my ad. Even if they didn't convert, you see the engagement. That's a really good metric. And so you want to pay attention to that. Really, really important, making sure that you test all these different types of ads so you can pick the one that's best for you. And there may be more than one. Don't ever think there's that single, that bullet, that's going to help you out. There's probably more than one kind. And if you don't have it, you're not testing enough. I would try different types of creative. And I would highly urge you to use a video ad if you can, so that you can see how that performs against just sort of the static ads. So the third thing I want you to pay very close attention to is how are you measuring it and what are you measuring, right? We spoke about a couple things. The thing I really want you to pay attention to is the audience. Who are you targeting and whether or not they're engaging, right? Try different segments and see which one is getting you the best ROI. The second thing that we talked about is the creative. Figure out which creative is resonating with the audience and which one is getting the most engagement, obviously the most clicks. That is a great metric for you to kind of see, hey, I'm getting a lot of clicks, and then you can figure out beyond sort of that post-click experience how to get more conversions, right? So measuring the audience, the different types of audience, measuring the different kinds of ads, right? And different types of ads we talked about, not just the creative, but different kinds of ads that Facebook lets you run, whether it's a lead ad or whether it is a messenger ad, whether it's a video ad, just image, just by itself, a carousel ad, whatever kind of ad you're running, really figuring out which ones work best for my business, which one works best for this particular campaign at hand. That's another area that you want to measure. And also really begin to A/B test. What Facebook really lets you do is they make A/B testing super easy. And when you can A/B test headlines, when you can A/B test the call to action, you're likely to see what is really doing well. Once you find that amazing ad, you can further test and refine and increase that ROI. So these are some simple ways that you can use immediately to get better ROI from Facebook ads. Millions and millions of dollars are going into it, but I don't see the marketers getting all of this amazing ROI that everybody says, and I think it can be fixed with just a few tweaks to your campaign. So hope this video has been useful, and if it is, consider subscribing, leave us a comment, and I'll see you on the next video.